Hi, Sean Huckster here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. So tonight I'm going to talk about some Jurassic Park. Done that recently with some of the Jurassic Park boxes that you open up and move around. But this is going to be some of Matchbox's Jurassic Park line. But it's not just going to be about Jurassic World Rebirth, which here you have your Mosasaurus, which features heavily in the first part of the movie. I saw the movie on the weekend, and it was fun, I have to say. It was pretty predictable, pretty standard stuff, but fun. But I'm going to delve a bit deeper. I'm going to go back in time a little bit. While I do have the Matchbox, the off-road InGen vehicle, one of the vehicles that you do see in the movie, which is kind of fun. I also have these vehicles. This is the Rapid Rescue Helicopter, which does not appear in the movie in any way. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's from a previous movie because I think I missed the last couple, but I saw the one this weekend, so the Jurassic World Rebirth. And while I don't know where this came from, I love this vehicle. I'm a big fan of interesting flying vehicles. So when Matchbox gives me one of those, I'm perfectly happy. But I'm also going to go back in time a little bit to these guys. Jurassic World. This is the, what do they call this? The Gyrosphere, I think. Oops, let me zoom in. The Gyrosphere and the deep dive submarine. Now, I am a huge fan of deep dive submarines to the point where I made myself, for 1/6 scale G.I. Joe collectors, I made an undersea exploration craft called the Squid, or the Submersible Quad Utility Intelligence Droid. So, and I did this basically because I'm inspired by toys like this, anything that's undersea. And I've got a bunch of these little die-cast Matchbox undersea vehicles from over the years, but I thought I would bring these two out also. Mainly I wanted to talk about this one here. So we'll get to that in a second. So first of all, we have your Rapid Rescue Helicopter, which spins. It's very much like a gyroscope, because it has a spinning propeller, but it also has these thrusting, these forward aim thrusters, and then your typical high-tech helicopter blade in the back. I really love this. What does it say there? It says Biosyn, so it's definitely branded to the Biosyn Corporation, although we never see this in the movie. If we do, it's off in the side somewhere, and it's not really called attention. Not to say I don't like it. I do. I love this. Let's talk now about the Gyrosphere from the first one. I have a couple of these. I have one open already. I just don't know where to find it, so I'm going to open one for us today and talk about it. And I'll leave the other one unopened. Oh, come on now. This is a fun little vehicle, and I do love this because it is a sphere. And we see this in Jurassic World. They actually do ride this thing, and it's really kind of cool. And this is neat because as it rotates, the seat system, which is die-cast metal, gravity keeps it down. So you can actually spin it like this if you want. Woohoo! And that's kind of cool. The sphere features heavily in these sets because you also have it here. There's a sphere. And you also have one here in the front face of a lot of undersea vehicles. You have a sphere, including the one that I made myself. I use a red sphere. What I think is a bit of a lost opportunity is they could have used this and slotted it directly into here, and like actually just made a kit out of it so that you could actually take this and multi-purpose it and place it into various vehicles. You can even do it with something like a helicopter, I guess. But anyway, this is quite hefty because this central piece is die-cast metal. And listen, it's pretty heavy. And I do love this. They ride this in the movie. It gets trapped underwater. And, quite happy with that. And there's the one I'm going to keep in package. Now we'll talk about this one. Let's rip this open. No, I'm not going to rip this open because I already have one open. Now, what I did with this one, I just love undersea vehicles. This one, again, has this, but it has two seats, but you'll notice there's like a large pillar between, and that, of course, is the rivet device that the toy manufacturers need to place to build the thing. But I really would have loved it if this would have just slotted in, This could have been like this, and this could have just slotted into place. That would have been beautiful. But They didn't do that. But what I did is I found these little teardrop beads on Amazon, and I have augmented it because this one has no such thing. It's kind of bland where the lights are. Even up there, look at that. It's kind of just yellow, you know. What I did is I took these teardrop beads and I placed them here for lenses, and they really look cool. And up here I used gem lenses as well. So there's no teardrop here. And then I used these basically rhinestone gems to make the lights, and they are green and red as they should be. Make these lights more dynamic. And this goes back to like Corgi in the 60s and 70s when they were using rhinestones as headlights on some of the larger Corgi vehicles. And I'm quite fond of this. I really love this vehicle. I keep this on my desk at all times, and I'm not opening this because I'm just going to keep that as a treasure. I like to keep some toys unopened, not for resale or for auction value or for appreciation, but for that day when I feel like I need to open up a new toy. And I've already got this, but you know what? There's a certain privilege or pleasure to opening up a brand new toy. So I will buy one to play with, and then I'll also often buy one to keep aside for that day when I feel maybe a little bit down and I feel like I need a boost, and I'll just go grab one of those and open it. So enough of this for the moment, because I'm going to talk about this guy. Oh, wait, let's talk briefly about this guy. I will open this because there's lots of these. These are brand new. I'm not really care too much about, resale value. And I will open this so that we can actually have a look at it. Now, a lot of vehicles you see in the Jurassic Park Matchbox line do not exist in the movies. This one does. Oh, packaging. This one does. We see this feature quite prominently at the in the end stage of the movie, and I think they did a really beautiful job on this. Look at that paint job. I love it. The details are beautiful. You got your Jurassic Park logo there, your InGen logo here. I just think this is wonderful. And as it plays such an important role in the movie, unlike some of the vehicles, which sometimes we don't even see, I did buy this, and there were plenty of them on the shelves, so I'm not too worried. This comes as a set of 6 toys. And here we go again, talking about vehicles that don't really exist in the movie. You certainly don't see this in the movies. And I think you probably do see this helicopter or one similar to it, but I mean not with this. And you don't see this. You don't see, well, maybe you do see a forklift and a crate, probably. I mean, here's another one. Maybe you see the vehicle, but I don't know for sure. But these are meant to be played with. They're toys. So this has a crane, which you can use to grab these, 1 or 2 of these velociraptors. This has a crate to store, I forget what those are called. The ones with the freaky ears that flap, that killed Nedry. And also appear in the new movie. You also have the this one here, which is has a claw to capture this, what looks like some sort of, it's not a T-Rex, but it's a predator for sure. And this one to capture a pterodactyl of some sort. It is not the Quetzalcoatlus from the new movie. That's a very different one entirely. And this one, which catches the T-Rex, and you need a very large claw to do that. But I'm focusing on this guy because I am a huge fan of underwater toys. So let's open this up. Nope, not going to open this because I bought 2. Here it is. Now this surprised me. When I saw this online, I thought, oh, it's going to be about this size. But this is big. This is quite large and heavy. This is all metal. All of this is metal. I haven't done my treatment yet with the lights, and I probably can't because these are actually bowed out, whereas these are sunken in, so I could update with lights, with gems and things. But my God, this is beautiful. Hefty. This, of course, is plastic. This is plastic. And look, it's got the sphere again, which I think, even it's got the little round thing there, I really think they missed an opportunity to slot this into place as an extra play feature. Matchbox, talk to me. I got ideas. All right. Again, details are beautiful. It's definitely a bathyspheric undersea explorer device, but it has these massive claws to catch a Mosasaurus. Now, of course, this Mosasaurus is not to scale with this unless this is a baby, because the Mosasaurus in the movie is the size of a blue whale, whereas this clearly isn't. But again, so inside here, I think, you can see the seats. These dark blue canopies don't make it very easy to see the interiors, but that's fine because it allows them to get away with a lot less detail, but you can see it in there and it's fine. Now, what does this do? Well, first of all, these claws come down and grab whatever swimming dinosaur you want, in this case a Mosasaurus, which I'll talk to you about in a second. Let's put you on camera. But also, it is hinged, so the arms come up like so. But it's also hinged this way too. So it can face forward, they can face forward. They can, come down as if they're capturing something or chasing something. Now, they're also unstowable. Like, you can't get rid of these. You can't, tuck them away. So I think for general purpose movement, they probably would be smart to lay them back like this. Otherwise, that would cause a lot of drag in the water. But, the color and everything, I just love this thing. And, of course, the Mosasaurus, then, it arms come down like so, and you can capture a Mosasaurus as it's swimming. Look, I'm going to capture the Mosasaurus, and bang, I have arms twisted away. You can actually capture the Mosasaurus. But there's an extra little detail. Now, I'm not quite sure why there's a little peg hole here, because maybe there are some other play sets that this is compatible with. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. I know for a fact, for example, that the helicopter captures something. So the helicopter can also be used to capture this, I'm sure. But the Mosasaurus has also a hinged jaw. And it's rubber. It feels great, this Mosasaurus. I really kind of like it. And I'm kind of happy with this series. Even though, like I said, not all of these vehicles are seen in the movie. This one is definitely not. Now, maybe this was seen in the previous movie. If so, it's one of the ones I missed. I kind of fell out of favor with some of the Jurassic Park movies. I think after Jurassic World, I kind of felt they were just grabbing money. And I did see Jurassic Park. I think I even read Jurassic Park 3. And the first movie was absolute sheer brilliance in every way. The novel was great. I read the novel long before there was a movie. It was brilliant. The movie was a really good adaptation of the novel with very few changes. And then they just sort of took it a little too far, maybe like the Aliens franchise or the Predator franchise. That said, I did go this weekend, and I did have a lot of fun. And I think that if they continue along with the it's not a reboot, it's a sequel, but if they continue along with the lines of this movie, they might be able to continue this for some years to come. So that's my story about Jurassic Park and some of the new toys that are here, some of the magic little worlds that Matchbox has been giving us for this franchise, and quite happy with it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I have no idea what my next video is going to be, and nor do you. I hope you watch it. We'll see you then. Sean Huckster out. Bye-bye.